West Ham has been terrible this season. Of course, they've missed some of their players. I mean, they are one of their key players, Kudus, who has left to join Tottenham. That will be a very interesting game, you know.
Predictions for game week 4. Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, if it was last season, I'll be struggling to guess who the winner of this game will be. But this, I'll really give it to Arsenal. I'm looking at a 3-0 game.
Okay, I mean, if Arsenal is playing at home, I think they have an advantage. Nottingham Forest are still grabbing their feet. They lost some key players. Elanga has left. So I'll give it to Arsenal, but I'll go with a 2-1.
Bournemouth, Brighton.
I mean, this season has been quite spectacular for Bournemouth. In fact, starting from last season, I think Bournemouth now are very tactically disciplined. They have some good players at the front. Of course, I can't mention Bournemouth without mentioning Semenyo. And Brighton has not really showed up this season yet. I think I'm going to give them about a 2-1 game. Yeah, for Bournemouth.
Okay. The season has not started well for Brighton. They have an identity when they play, but it looks like they've not been able to create enough goals. Bournemouth, I mean, Ayola has done a great job there. They are defensively fit and strong. I mean, it's not easy to break them down. With the way Brighton plays, I mean, I see a lot of counter-attacks going against them. So I'll give it to Bournemouth, but it will be a 2-1.
Newcastle versus Wolves.
Yeah, I mean, Newcastle has still not found their feet. I mean, they're having their own issues. I mean, we all know what is going on in Newcastle. Wolves is also performing woefully. This season they have not really showed up yet. But on any day, I see Newcastle picking up the points there. So I'm looking at a 1-0 in that game.
Okay. Same, I think both teams have started the season badly. They are not actually putting a lot of points on the board. But Newcastle, as Newcastle, Eddie Howe is supposed to be able to beat a struggling Wolves quite comfortably. So I'll go for a 2-0 to Newcastle.
Everton versus Aston Villa.
Yeah, a very interesting game coming up. I mean, Everton is doing very well this season. Of course, I kind of mentioned Everton now without mentioning Grealish. He's doing exactly very well, giving some good assists in the team. I believe that it's going to be a tough game. Aston Villa also were doing much better last season. They've lost some players actually, so it looks like it's a different shape of team they have now. But I'm looking at a draw in that game. I'm looking at it 2-2.
Okay, I mean, both teams are doing well. I think Moyes have gotten a master stroke in Grealish. Grealish is a confident player and a very creative player, and he can actually make something happen out of nothing. So far, you can see he's really helped the team with some assists and a goal here and there. So I think I'll edge it for Everton and say 2-1.
Crystal Palace versus Sunderland.
That's such a tricky game. Crystal Palace is not doing bad this season as well. But I think that Sunderland is also a new lad in the EPL. I don't think that Sunderland can be able to come into Crystal Palace and win a game. I'm looking at a 2-0 for Crystal Palace.
Well, I think Sunderland is one of the new boys in town, and they seem to really actually be pulling some trees down. I mean, the game they are playing and how they are winning is quite remarkable. And I see them causing some problems for Crystal Palace, who have lost Eze. So I'll go actually behind Sunderland and say a 2-1 win.
Fulham versus Leeds United.
Yeah, I mean, Fulham has a very good squad. Fulham is very tactically disciplined. Leeds is also one of the new lads who have come back from the Championship into the EPL. Their beginning has not been too well. They've played very good games, but of course, they were able to pull through one of their games with a penalty at the end. I'm looking at a draw in that game.
Okay, so Leeds have come into the Premier League and it doesn't look like they are doing so well because they are not able to put the goals in the net. But Fulham, I mean, they've been here. I mean, they are actually beating some big teams. And if you look at their bench, they actually have quite a good squad. And I see Marco Silva being able to put together a win there. So I'll go for a 2-0 for Fulham.
West Ham United versus Tottenham Hotspur.
I mean, I would say it's a cool chop for Tottenham. West Ham has been terrible this season. Of course, they've missed some of their players. I mean, they are one of their key players, Kudus, who has left to join Tottenham. That would be a very interesting game, you know. But I kid you not, I think it's going to be tough regardless. But Tottenham will pull through that particular game with a 3-1 win.
Okay, I also go for Tottenham. I think Graham Potter has gone into West Ham and he's trying to now introduce a philosophy there. But as to whether even they have the players who can play that philosophy is a challenge. And so far, they are giving away goals for fun. So I see a 3-0 win for Tottenham.
Brentford versus Chelsea.
I mean, Chelsea is a very tough team to play this particular season. Maresca is putting together a very solid team. The boys and the energy you find in the camp of Chelsea right now is totally different from what we knew before. They've had some very interesting signings that don't go through a game without scoring. I believe that Chelsea is going to edge that game with a 3-0.
Okay, as Chelsea are doing so well, I mean, the team is gelling. It looks like the attack is also doing well. We're very worried about the defense, but it looks like they're actually being able to hold their own. So, I mean, when you look at the team they're about to play, I don't think that I see any result than a Chelsea win. So I'll go for Chelsea 2-0.
Burnley versus Liverpool.
Yeah, it's a very interesting game. I mean, we've watched Burnley play since they came back into the EPL. There might be a team coming from the Championship, but we've known Burnley in the EPL for quite some time now. They play very good games. They're very tactically disciplined and technically disciplined. I believe that with the caliber of players Liverpool has and our edge to win this title this season, I think Liverpool is going to push for the win there. I'm looking at a 3-2 game.
Okay. Burnley have come in. I mean, they are doing well, but I think Liverpool are going to be too strong for them. Liverpool have enough experience and enough quality to actually really hit Burnley very badly. So for this, I don't actually see Burnley coming out with anything. So easily, I'll go for a 3-1 against Burnley.
And finally, Manchester derby between Manchester City and Manchester United.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game, but I have a very interesting opinion about that game. I just feel as though that for the sake of the pressure on Amorim and all the good things that he's trying to bring in Manchester United to help excite the fans, I believe that Manchester United is going to pull through with a win in that game. It's going to be by a slim margin. I see a 1-0 game against Manchester City.
Okay. Both Manchester teams are struggling. They are not really where they want to be. Pep and his boys are still finding their feet. Amorim also needs a win. But for United, what goes for them is that when it comes to the big games, they show up. But I feel this game, I'll go for a draw, 1-1 draw.
All right, guys, that's our game prediction for game week 4. We hope that you can share in our opinion or you have your own opinion. Let us know what you think for your teams, what you're expecting when they come back from the break, and let's see how good things go. Cheers.